Hello everyone, in this video series I'm going to show you how to code this custom cursor and also how to achieve this cool effect when hovering on links. So first let me tell you that I got inspired to do this tutorial after watching this clip from Andrew Alba. As you can see, the effect is pretty much the same. I just made some little changes. So definitely go follow Andrew to check more of his cool stuff. For this tutorial, I'm going to use VS Code as my code editor, and I'm going to use an extension called Live Server, which allows us to launch a developable local server with live reload feature. What it means is that we are able to execute our files in the browser with a live reload feature. That means that whenever we made a change to the file, that change will be reflected on the browser without us refreshing the browser. So in this first video, I'm only going to go through our starter template. This code, you can find it in the description below. There will be a link to a GitHub repository. So if you clone that repository, you will have this exact same code. And instead of me going through all of these, coding all of this, I'm just gonna go real quick and explain you like real briefly what does this code does. So first we have, First, this is the final result. So with this starter template, we have to start our live server. So if we go here and click live, then you can see like these files now are being executed. Let me show you the hot reloading. If I remove here this and I save, so you can see that this changed without me of making anything on the browser. So let me go back. So okay, let's start. In the body, we have a nav with a class of navbar, and this nav has two elements: a div with an undefined class that we will add later. We have like this, could be the brand name or whatever you want to add. Then we have an unordered list that has a class of navlinks and has 3 list items, each one with a class of navlink. Then we have a main section that has 2 sections that are these two. Each section has a class of photo, and this one has photo 1 and this one has photo 2, and later I'm going to explain why. And inside this section we only have this button that says more. So let's go to check the styles. Okay, first of all, what we have to do is put the padding and the margin to 0, because by default the browsers have some padding and some margin. So let me remove it. And as you can see, now that I've removed it, we have like this little spacing that I don't like. So that's why we have here. Now font family sans serif is to get this font family that we have here. And height, it's 100 view height. That means that wherever the height of the view in the browser we have, like from here to here, that would be the height of the body. Now for the navbar, we have a display flex with space around. That means that it would place the 2 items we have, like is the div and the unordered list, we will place evenly. And we have a height of 60 pixels. Now for the navlinks that is the unordered list, we also have a display flex and justify content space around for the same purpose. And we have this little style none to remove the default styling for the list that has the browser. So let me remove it so you can see. Now you can see that this has some ugly dots. So to remove it, you have to add this. Now for the navlink, that are the individual list items, we're only adding a padding of 5 pixels on the top and the bottom, and a padding of 50 pixels on the left and on the right. Now we have this class of clickable that we will use later in the tutorial. And for the main, we have a height using a calc CSS function. What this function is doing is taking the 100 view height that we have and is subtracting 60 pixels. Why are we doing this? We're doing this to get the height of this all minus the height that we have for the navbar. So our page doesn't have any scrolling, but also occupies, like this main occupies from here to here. Now we have a display grid, and grid table columns 1 frame and 1 frame to have these two. Now for the sections, that are the ones that have the photo, we have a height of 50 view height, and a display of flex, and flex end. Remember that we only have a button inside. So what this is doing is making the button go to the bottom, and with the justify content center, we'll align it in the horizontal axis, we're aligned it in the center. Now for the button that is inside the photo section, we have all on set, This means that we're removing all the default styling that comes with the browser. We have a width of 240 pixels, a height of 6 pixels, text align center to center the text here, and we have a background of powder blue, margin bottom of 20 pixels to create this little spacing, and a color of steel blue. Now, the reason I have photo 1 and photo 2 is to add a different URL as a background image, as you can see here. So that will be all for this video. Also, if you want me to do tutorials more in depth about Flexbox and CSS Grid, let me know in the comments. And in the next video, we're going to start coding our custom cursor.